Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today it's going to be an easy one. We have the Ripp Supercharger oil catch can system. Did a lot of research. Really excited about this. CNC'd machined. I don't know if you can make it out, but it has a fine mesh copper screen in there. Gotta check that out. Comes with the oil dipstick, so you don't have to actually open it up. You can check it out when it's on the card, and you don't have to constantly be moving the cap around, just in case you get some oil spillage. And did I mention this thing is going to be easy? Literally, all you need are going to be these tools right here: socket wrench, flathead screwdriver, a 19, 10, and a 6mm. That's it. Everything in this kit is probably the most fully integrated kit that I could find on the market. And yeah, let's take 10 minutes, throw it in. Okay, let's talk parts for the installation. First off, we have our hoses. You got a long one and a short one. Both of them come with factory connections, and you'll notice that the distance on this guy is much shorter. That's going to make life way easier. Not a lot of drama for tidying up. We have the catch can itself with the two mounting screws on the back that connect to our Ripp Supercharger mount that goes on the Jeep itself. This is the washer that goes on the Jeep first, then the bracket, then the bolt that is provided by them, which is awesome. Then you have your hose inlets. We're going to thread those on the oil catch can itself, but first we're going to throw on one of these rubber washers on the end of the thread. That way it has a nice seal. And lastly, we have the clamps that go on to the hose when we connect them to here. Okay, so when it comes to installation, all we need to do to start off with is we're going to go to the top of our cover. We're going to take off this bolt and this bolt down here. You can use a T30 or you can use a 10mm. We're going to use the 10mm. So get it on there. Now in this case, I would recommend grabbing this bolt, tossing it over into your tray. You're going to see the two arrows in the back. We want to lift up in the center. We want to pull straight back. And you'll see why those two arrows were in there, because we have these two straight pieces of plastic that fit in to our factory grommets. We're going to take this, set it off to the side. So we have the cover off now. Next, we're going to take the PCV hose off. There's the driver's side section over here. And then if you come over here, you'll notice that way down in there is the passenger side. Now, I would recommend starting over here if you don't know what you're looking for, because it's super easy to find. Has the gray top. You can push it down, feels springy, not too firm, not too soft. And then what we're going to do is we're going to push this down, give it a turn, and then pull it straight out. Don't rip on it too hard, because you could potentially crack this if you ever do want to return this back to a factory setting and take your oil catch can with you for your new Jeep. So I'm going to go over there. I'm going to take off the passenger side now. Again, it's super easy. We're going to follow this hose all the way around until it gets to the end. Squeeze the gray tab, pull it out. Okay, we got it off. This is what it should look like. You'll see the Christmas tree, which is attached on the side of the engine cover. Then in the very back, you should have two little clips that you just have to move off to the side. We're going to put this over here, and we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, so next up for what to do, in my opinion, I'm grabbing a little bit of dielectric grease. I'm going to lubricate both of these O-rings that came with the kit and install them. When I do, they should look like that on the end of the threads. It has a little housing that it falls into place. It's very simple. So we're going to throw those on real quick, and then we're going to grab our socket, thread them into here, and then move on to the next part. Got both the rubbers on, so now does not matter because these are identical. We can just thread these on. Once we get them threaded on good, start our threads up, then we can move on to grabbing our 19mm socket with our socket wrench. Grr, one-handed, gotta love it. And then we're going to tighten them down to this. Now we don't want to torque it down to infinity, and there's no real torque spec. Just snug it up and then give it just a slight little notch over, and that's more than enough. The O-rings are going to help us keep it sealed. We're going to move to the back to use hex head bolts to mount the mounting hardware for the Jeep. Grab yourself a hex tool, 2.5. Spin these bad boys off. Once you get them off, God, that really feels smooth. I love it when somebody makes a good part. We're going to take this bad boy. It is going to go product name up and into the oil catch can, obviously fat side facing the rear. Okay, we have the mounting bracket attached to the back of the oil catch can, 2 hex bolts tightened down. So we could move on to attaching this straight to the Jeep, which the instructions say. I have a different opinion. I think technically we should be grabbing our hoses, run our hoses into the engine the ways that we want, so that way when I go to attach these into here, I'm not fighting with it being fixed to the Jeep. I can sit here and I can swivel the catch can around inside here to make it easier to get the hoses on. So we're gonna grab our long and our short. I'll chuck them up here. Short one obviously goes to the driver's side. I'm going to run it underneath here and then throw it over there. The longer one is going to go on to the other end of the PCV fitting. We're going to attach it there, snake it around whichever way I choose, and then leave the hoses loose over here. And then we'll grab our oil catch can and do the final assembly to mounting it onto the Jeep. You can run these hoses however you want. I'm running them the best way that I think will be less bind on the system and easier for the flow of everything for the connections. So when it comes to connecting which hose to what, the outlet hose is going to be your driver's side hose. So this guy, the short one. The inlet is going to be your long hose going to the passenger side. I'm going to grab some more dielectric and I'm just going to put a little bit on my finger, go on the inside of the hose, smear it around just so it slides on easier. We're going to grab a couple of our clamps. This is where your flathead comes involved. Throw our clamps on, throw them on here, bolt them on, and then we're going to throw it on the Jeep and mount it up. So if you're doing it the way I've done it, you should have your mounting bracket towards the back, the logo of the company facing up. You should have your inlet and outlet hoses attached now. Now, you'll notice that the way I attach them is on the side facing straight up. And the reason is I didn't want the heat shield to get scratched up and damaged right now, because then it just starts disintegrating and going everywhere. It's really annoying. So I did that. We used a flathead screwdriver. You can also use your 6mm and get in there and knock that out with it. I personally don't want to use the socket on there myself. I like to use the flathead, just I like the way it feels. We're going to move on to the last little bits. That is the washer. You'll notice that there is a deflection of metal. In other words, it's lower here and taller up on top. They thought of that. And I don't know why, but I think that is just so cool that they would have thought of something as simple as that. We're going to grab our catch can, throw it up there. We're going to grab our supplied bolt nut, that came with it. We're going to tighten that down. It is a 10mm, so we'll torque that down to where it's nice and snug. Don't over tighten it, there's no need to. And that would be the complete installation of the oil catch can. Again, run your hoses whichever way you think is best for you, however you want to do it. There's no wrong way to do it unless you, I don't know, cut it or melt it. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Try to make it short and sweet for you. If you have any questions, I will leave the link to Ripp Superchargers down below, and we'll see you next time.